Namaste and good day, friends. This is Yugal Parashar, editor of the Indian News. Friends, we have with us a very special guest in our studios today. He is Mr. Ajay Kumar, the founder and the director of Global Financial Services Limited. Good morning, Ajay-ji, and welcome to the Indian News. How are you today?
Thank you very much, Yugalji. First, good morning to you and all the best wishes to the Indian News. And I'm fine. I'm very good.
Thank you. Now, since you are an expert of the mortgage and insurance market, and you have been a mortgage broker and an insurance advisor for almost 23 plus years, it's very valid to ask you the very first question: how is the health of the mortgage and insurance market in New Zealand today?
In my opinion, it is fine. The mortgage market, no problems. People are buying the houses and we are getting their loan approved. As far as the insurance is concerned, New Zealand is considered as an underinsured country. There is a need to pay attention on that. Natural calamities are increasing, may increase in future as a climate threats are there. Diseases are coming. Recently we have seen the pandemic and we are still suffering from that. More diseases may come, we don't know at the moment. I think insurance gives a security to the whole family and it should be considered on priority. And if people feel that it is not affordable, Global Finance has a solution according to their necessity, according to their affordability, according to their need, which is suitable to them.
So, in a situation where the OCR is the 7 years high as of today, and interest rates are increasing by every passing day, you still think that it is helpful to the first home buyers or the investors in today's market?
100%. In fact, if you see the interest rates, currently 1 year is 4.95. If you see before pandemic, go before pandemic, that is 2018, 2017, if you compare rate of interest what you have seen in 2015, 16, 17, 18, even 19, and if you see today's rate, there's not much difference. In fact, during pandemic, Reserve Bank of New Zealand, due to some reasons, to boost the economy, they have lowered down the rate of interest. That was abnormal. That was unsustainable. Current rate of interest and the past 10 years trend, if you see, leave 2021, 2022, 2020, 21, just leave that part. If you compare 2022 rate of interest with the past, which you have seen in 2015, 16, 17, 18, you will find they are all almost same.
So what do you think is the reason of the real estate, which is the biggest industry of this country, for investors' purpose as well? So what is the main reason you think for the slump of that real estate market? And there are hardly any houses selling, and people in real estate are really in trouble these days, since almost 8 to 10 months now.
I feel this is not a slump. I will term as a correction.
Yeah.
In fact, prices which have been increased after pandemic are unsustainable.
Yeah.
As per most of the media reports, we find that after pandemic, that is after 26 March 2020 and till November 2021, prices in New Zealand has gone up by around 40% in such a short period, which is unsustainable in my opinion. And now the correction is taking place, which is good, which is healthy for the property market. It is good for the property investor also. It is good for the first home buyer also. And this correction will continue for a few more months also.
That was actually going to be my next question. So how long you think this situation is going to last for?
Actually, it depends upon demand and supply. There are so many factors, not one factor, in fact. The key factor is demand and supply. So far, the supply is more than the demand, prices will continue to decline. When it balanced, prices will be stable. When demand is more than supply, prices will increase. So when the demand will increase, or when the demand will be more than supply, it depends on so many factors. One of them is immigration. If more people will come to this country and they stay here, definitely demand of the houses will increase. Lending policy of the banks, if banks start giving easily loan to the borrowers, more people are buying houses and prices will slightly increase or stable. So many factors are there. This is not just one factor. We can say that from this date, the prices will start increasing. But some of the economists are predicting that house prices will stabilize in 2023 and may increase in 2024. But I still feel there is no concrete answer for this because it depends upon so many factors. But one factor which is most important is when demand will increase, then supply prices will increase.
Okay, if you compare between the two regimes of national government, John Key's rockstar economy to now Labour's government's, some wasteful splashing on some heads which are not really necessary. For example, cost of living, help which is being done by the government, which is going even to the people who don't live in this country or who don't even exist.
It is a political question, and I will prefer not to answer.
Okay. So it's nothing to do with the economy or anything?
No, it is a political question because I don't want to comment on the working of any government.
But do you approve of the current government's policies?
I will not comment on this.
Okay. Now, Mr. Ajay, you have been in the market, in the mortgage broking market for 23 years plus now. You have managed to do more than 10 billion worth of business.
13 billion.
13 now, okay. Thank you for updating my information. Anyway, so do you think there has been any sea change in the way you started 23 years ago to what you do today in both insurance and mortgage market?
I've seen many cycles when I started. The returns were low, easy to get the loan.
Yeah.
In fact, very easy to get the loan. Prices of houses were very less in comparison to today's. But at the same time, income of the people were also lower at that time.
Yeah.
But it was easier to buy the house at that time. It was not difficult. In today's market, what we are seeing after 23 years of prices of houses are gone up significantly. Rate of interest changes, but not too much. Lending criteria of the bank is definitely slightly tougher because we don't have CCFA rules at that time. But now we have a CCFA rule, which has definitely made an impact on the lending policies of the bank. So yes, there are changes, but one thing I have seen, if at that time I'm doing 50 cases in a year,
Yeah.
I'm doing now more than 1,700, 1,800 cases approximately in a year now.
Okay.
So we are helping, if at that time when I started business, I was able to help 50 families in a year. Now we are able to help more than 1,500 or 1,600 families in a year. So at that time we may be doing business of maybe 50 million in a year. Now it is over $1 billion a year. So we are helping more families to achieve their goal, whether they are buying houses or they are buying businesses or they are buying commercial properties or they are trying to save interest or they are restructuring their loan, whatever, or they are consolidating their loans. We are able to help more. We are able to deliver more now than what we did 23 years before.
Okay, what's your advice in the current scenario to the first home buyers or even to the investors?
My advice to the first home buyer is that should actively see the houses, preferably newly built houses because the lending criteria of the banks is liberal for newly built houses.
Yeah.
For investor, it depends upon their goal. If they are in the business of buying and selling immediately, as many did in the past, not a good time.
Yeah.
But if they are in a position to buy and hold for long term, in my opinion, every time, this time also can be considered, but on case-to-case basis, not in general for every property or any property. You have to be choosy, you have to be selective.
So one rule doesn't apply to all?
No. It depends. Everyone has a different attitude, everyone has a different horizon, and everyone has a different goal also. So depending upon what is your goal, in fact. Say, for example, I have seen one property recently in Remora. It was originally a 3-bedroom house, but owner has converted into a 5-bedroom because the garage has been converted into a 2-bedroom unit. And he's marketing as a 5-bedroom property. 2 rents, upper floor, separate entity, separate entrance, good rent. Ground floor is also 2-bedroom unit, good rent. But I decided not to buy because it is unconsented, the ground floor.
Oh.
But for others, those who are focusing on the rental return, it is a very good return, very good property because it is giving a very good rent. For an investment of around 1.5 million or 1.6 million, the agent was telling that you can easily get a rent of 1,400-1,500 a week. So For me, it is not a good thing because it has unconsented work. For others, it could be a good thing because it is in a prime location, double grammar zone, 15 to 1600 rent by investing 1.5 to 1.6 million only.
Great. It's such a great advice that can only come from a very experienced and expert like you. If I ask you, that could be my last question to you. So if I ask you to name only two things which make global financial services different from the rest of the mortgage brokers in the country, what will be those two basic things which you do differently from others?
For us, customer is God. We feel that we depend upon the customer. We also feel customer never depend upon us. We feel that customer is supporting us, therefore we are surviving. We feel that we never supported the customer. In fact, customer has helped us by giving an opportunity to do his work or her work. So we feel customer is king, customer was king, customer is king, and customer remain king in future also.
I mean, if I ask you that this is one particular service that Global Finance gives differently from the other people in the trade.
We try to maintain long life relationship with our customers, not just at the time of loan approval or at the time of insurance policy issued. We remain with the customer until their loan is finished. If they face any problem during the journey, we come for rescue and providing a solution. Similarly, in insurance also, when any insurance policy taken through us, we come at the time of claim also. We don't leave the customer at the time of claim. Rather, we feel we are more responsible at the time of claim. So our thinking, our philosophy is that customer should be served not once, but forever.
I thought your USP was or used to be that reducing the number of years for repayments. Is that still there, or you think that's no more a USP?
No, that is our prime USP also. Yeah. But everybody is not interested nowadays to save interest, but those who are interested in save interest. We have a trademark which is registered also. It is called Mortgage Genius Plan. And we say that you be genius by using our Genius Plan and save your money, save your interest, save your time. And for that, it is not necessary to increase the loan installment.
Yeah. No, thank you so much. That is what I wanted to bring your attention to. So if I ask you to say your final advice to all our listeners and viewers and your investor, your prospective clients as well, what will that be in the current scenario?
I can't give any particular advice to everyone because everyone is different. Everyone needs are different. Circumstances are different. So I would like to give personalized advice to each one when I meet them and understand their goals. But because personal advice is more important than general advice.
So if someone wants to seek your advice, they can come and see you personally.
Always most welcome. We have 4 offices at the moment: Airport office, Henderson office, Mankaw office, and Tauranga office, and we are opening another office shortly in Albany.
On that note, thank you so much, Ajay for your time and for your valuable advice and guidance to our viewers. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And thank you, Indian News, and thank you to you also for inviting me and for giving me an opportunity.
You're welcome.
Thank you.